and welcome back to Voyage of a Time Wanderer. Today I am here with a brief but exciting readathon announcement. So I'm very excited to be announcing today that I am going to be one of the co-hosts for an upcoming readathon that is going to take place during the month of November, and that is called World War November, and it is going to be focusing on World War I. This has all kind of come together last minute. I just got added onto the host list on Thursday evening, so I apologize for the short notice, and that is why I'm not on the thumbnail image and everything, but I really wanted to be part of this readathon, so of course I said yes when I was asked to participate, and I want to make you aware of a couple important dates that are coming up very quickly, like tomorrow, so that you're able to fully participate if this is something that you're interested in. So there are 5 of us that are involved in the hosting of World War November. It is the brainchild of Tristan from Tristan and the Classics, and then the other 4 co-hosts are myself, Christy from Dostoevsky in Space, Peg from The History Shelf, and Bill Ruttenberg. I'll have all of their channels linked down below so that you can check them out if you're interested in history, historical fiction, classics, all of those kind of books that I talk about. I think you would really love all of their channels as well, and I'm sure you're already aware of them because they're all have a much bigger Booktube presence than I do. So the premise of this readathon is to really immerse ourselves in the First World War throughout the month of November by reading some really wonderful books that relate to that time period. When I was asked to co-host, it was a no-brainer because I have always found the First World War to be a really pivotal and fascinating event to investigate and read about. It's actually, of the 2 world wars, I much prefer reading historical fiction set in the First World War than the Second World War, so I have some books that I'm excited to be recommending. The First World War was really such a turning point, not just for European history, but for world history and for the 20th century more generally. And so I think there are kind of endless facets to this conflict that can be investigated and researched and read about, and I think that's what's going to make this such a rich and rewarding month of reading if you end up joining us and participate in World War November. So the first key event to this readathon is taking place tomorrow, which is Sunday, October 22nd at 12 p.m. Mountain Time, so adjust that for your local times. Obviously it is 2 p.m. East Coast time, 11 a.m. Pacific time, and I think it was 7 p.m. British time, but definitely check. I know for sure that it is 12 p.m. Mountain time because that's my time zone. And this live stream is going to be hosted on Christy's channel, so I will have a link down below to where you can find the live stream. And in this live stream, there are going to be 3 kind of key things that we're going to be discussing and sharing that you will want to know if you're going to be participating in this readathon. The first is that we're going to share the options for the group read, and that is going to be a memoir of someone's experience during World War I. So Tristan has come up with 5 potential memoirs that he thinks have literary merit that would be worthwhile to read, and we're each going to introduce one, and then there's going to be a poll hosted on Tristan's channel, and I'll share that in my community tab once it is live and posted. So we're going to be discussing the potential memoirs in the live stream, and then you will all have an opportunity to vote in the poll for what memoir we should be reading in November. The second exciting thing that will be happening on this live stream is that we will be sharing the prompts for the readathon. So there are a number of prompts of how you can really immerse yourself in the First World War during the month of November. And then the third exciting thing in this upcoming live stream is that all of the co-hosts are going to be sharing some book recommendations and kind of TBR picks for a specific category or niche of the First World War. I won't share what those categories are yet because you have to come to the live stream to find out, but I know we're all putting together some really great book lists that will help kickstart your brainstorming about kind of what aspects of the war you might want to read about in November, as well as some fantastic titles that you might be interested in picking up. There's also going to be a live stream towards the end of November where we will be discussing the group read amongst the co-hosts and in the chat with all of you that have participated. That date and time are not yet announced. We haven't yet decided on that, but when it is decided upon, I'll be sure to share in my community tab. think that's everything I have to cover in this video. I hope that some of you will be able to make the live stream Sunday afternoon, even though this is short notice. And maybe you've already seen this announcement on some of my co-host channels and are already aware, in which case I'm just excited that there are going to be some people joining us in reading First World War, historical fiction, and nonfiction. I actually already had a World War I title on my nonfiction November TBR, so all of the Booktube events are just slotting together perfectly for me in November. Like I said, this is a time period and a conflict that I have always found very interesting to read about, and so I'm excited to discuss all things World War I literature with my co-hosts in the live stream tomorrow, and I really hope you'll consider adding in some World War November reading into your November TBRs. And until next time, enjoy wandering through the pages of a good book. Bye.